Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Big Pum, coach of your Rochester Rhydons, and here we are for week 3 of the NPA versus PapaSea. Now, I just had this match with him. I'm going to record this while I'm fresh, ready to go. I did another post-com. I think, like I said last week, I think better. I think I battle better when I do post-com. I also tried to get up the HD battle setup, but that was a little beyond me, so I might not be doing that. So we'll see where it goes. We've also battled pretty late. It's like 11 o'clock. We battled kind of late, so another reason to not do a live recording. But anyway, let's go over the teams that we brought. Okay, so first off, I brought Galvantula, Kyurem-Black, Embor, Fortress, Tornadus, and Spiritomb. Now, his team is really cool. Let me pull up his roster, and that way I can tell you guys exactly what he had on his team, rather than just the mons he brought. Now, he has a pretty threatening team. It was kind of hard to build for him. Very scary. There's a lot of different things he could have brought, and I was not entirely surprised to see what he brought, but again, there were a couple of different routes he could have taken. We pull up his squad here. So on the New York Klinks of PapaSea, his roster is Jirachi, Suicune, Kyurem, like regular Kyurem, Hitmonlee, Gligar, Leavanny, Mega Alakazam, Zapdos, Klefki, Blaziken, Steelix. Now, I knew that Hitmonlee wasn't coming. I have a perfect answer for Hitmonlee and Spiritomb. I knew he wasn't going to bring it. Gligar was a possible. I knew if he brought Gligar, you'd be like a Defog Stealth Rock variant, and then that would also allow his Zapdos to be like an offensive variant. So like right away, I saw that he didn't bring the Gligar, so I saw Zapdos. I'm like, that's gonna be like his Defogger, or yeah, it's just gonna be like his bulky Defogger. What else did he have? He also has Klefki. Klefki is the one perfect switch in he has into Kyurem. So we brought a cool set on Fortress to try to take out the Klefki, and it was pretty funny. You guys will see it. It's pretty neat. Then Blaziken was a mon that, Blaziken was like the 7th mon that I thought he could bring, but I didn't think he would because I have an answer in Blastoise. But I did bring it. I didn't bring the Blastoise, therefore Blaziken was a huge problem for me. Banded, Scarf, Life Orb, any of those Flare Blitzes really hurt. As you can tell on my team, I really don't have an answer for it. I think the only switch into a Flare Blitz I had was Embor, but Embor would also die to a high jump kick, so that wasn't exactly a switch in either. Jirachi was another big threat. He could have been a Choice Scarf variant. He could have Iron Head flinched me. That would have been bad, but I had Fortress for that. I wasn't too worried about Jirachi, to be honest. So let's go ahead and get right into the game. If you guys watch the team builder I uploaded, you'll see all of my sets in complete detail. I am uploading a team builder. I'm sure you guys saw it on, I think it goes live Friday. Yeah, it went live Friday. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start out with Spider. Now here's why I like to lead Galvantula. Either I like to bluff either sticky webs, or I could be like a thunder variant, or I could just smack something in the mouth. But anyway, I'm predicting Magicoat because it would be a very clever bring for him if you Magicoated my sticky webs back. So I'm like, I'm not risking it. I'm Volt switching turn 1. He didn't click Magicoat, so I'm like, all right, you know what? He didn't bring it this week, so that's fine. I'm gonna go out into Fortress, the greatest Pokemon. Not really, but anyway, he's gonna go for Play Rough. Obviously, I'm gonna eat that up. That actually did a lot for a Klefki. And he's Life Orb Klefki. He ended up telling me he was adamant Life Orb, so interesting Klefki set nonetheless. Now here is some Fuego, guys. I am running Block Fortress. I wanted to stop him from switching out, and I wanted to kill him right here. And then he Magic Coats. He Magic Coats me on the block. He was trying to catch my Stealth Rocks. He wanted me to bounce Stealth Rocks back at myself, but I didn't Stealth Rock this turn. I actually just trapped myself in, so now I can't switch. I really wanted to get the Klefki with this because then I could Heavy Slam and kill it. It would have taken me 3 Heavy Slams to kill a Klefki. Actually, only taking me 2 from this range. But he goes ahead and switches out, and he comes into Blaziken. I have no answers for Blaziken. Now I'm just going to get out my Stealth Rocks this turn. I knew he wasn't going to click Magic Coat twice in a row. I figured if anything, he's just going to switch because he can't really do anything to me. I'm like, I'm just going to get my rocks up. No reason not to. And now this is a really, really hard turn for me. I used the whole full timer. I decided I had no switch-ins to a Flare Blitz. I'm like, I have nothing for this. I'm just going to take the move. I have Sturdy anyway, so I'll be able to keep Fortress around. But he's going to take a load of recoil from this as well, so I figured this was an okay play. Again, not really much I could switch in without risking. Without just risking another Pokemon. I mean, Fortress did its job. It got its rocks up. Klefki's already weak, so I didn't really need to trap it anymore. It took a lot from Volt Switch from Galvantula, so I'm not too worried about this. So we are going to go ahead and just let him kill me. He is just going to go for Flare Blitz again. Now there was a couple of variants he could have been. I didn't see the Life Orb, so I knew he wasn't Life Orb, obviously. He could have been Banded or Specs. I wouldn't be able to tell if he was Banded just from this set alone, because obviously Fortress is going to die whether he's Banded or not. So he could be Bandit, he could be Scarf. We know he's not Life Orb. He also could be like Expert Belt or something. He could be like pretty much anything. So I'm gonna go into Kyurem. Either he was Scarfed and he was Scarfed in a Flare Blitz, or I could just hit it. Like, he's either Scarfed in a Flare Blitz or I'm gonna outspeed. I knew I could take one Flare Blitz, so as you see, he is Scarfed. I'm gonna take a Flare Blitz. It does over 50%, which is actually insane, but I had nothing else for this anyway. And I'm just gonna go for a safe Fusion Bolt. He had no switch-ins to a Fusion Bolt, and it was a guaranteed kill on Blaziken, obviously. So lots of damage there. Blaziken goes down to Kyurem-Black with the Fusion Bolt. How awesome. And then he goes into Alakazam. The biggest problem on this team. I have so little for Alakazam. We're going to go ahead and switch out into your favorite ghost, Gertrude. Love Gertrude, man. Putting in the finest of work. We got Gertrude here. Nice and shiny Gertrude. And he's Mega Alakazam. Now I know the Dazzling Gleam is coming. I know it's coming. I had a Kyurem in, and my only switch in is this. Oh, excuse the sirens. That's annoying. Anyway, so he traces my Infiltrator. Not gonna matter because I don't have sub. So sorry for the freaking sirens. What is this? Anyway, you can see we eat up that Dazzling Gleam. We absolutely ate it up. We are Max Spadef Assault Vest, and we go for the Shadow Sneak. And look how little that did. That was supposed to be a guaranteed 2-hit. Guaranteed 2-hit, and he goes for Disable. And now I lost my priority in Shadow Sneak, so that's really upsetting. But anyway, that did like no damage. I actually asked him later, and he's actually like a very tanky Alakazam. He's like defensive. Very tanky Alakazam. He counted to live a Sucker Punch from a Banded Emboar, so that was pretty cool. Pretty cool team prep on his part, because that could have just wiped out my Emboar and I wouldn't have known what to do. But very cool set. He's just going for Dazzling Gleam. As you can see, I'm eating them up pretty much, and I'm just trying to chip away at him. I don't really want to switch anything into Alakazam, obviously, and I'm going to go for the Clutch Icy Wind here. This is important, because now anything I bring in, well, not anything, but a lot of the Pokemon I bring in next turn will be able to outspeed this Alakazam. I really like Icy Wind. We'd like to bring a lot of speed control. This Spiritomb also had Rock Tomb for the Zapdos. Fun facts. So Alakazam is going to go ahead and pick up the kill on Spiritomb. He is -1 speed, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in Galvantula. I know he's not staying in because he needs Alakazam to win. He's not staying in. I'm clicking Volt Switch. I don't want to get my webs up yet because Zapdos is still a thing. So I'm going to switch out. Or no, I'm not going to switch out. I'm just going to Volt Switch out and keep my Spider around. I definitely didn't want to get webs up yet because it would have been a perfect time for him to defog here. I didn't want to let him do it. So I Volt Switch out. Does a lot of damage, you know. Now he's at like, he's sitting at like, what is that, like 40% maybe. So I like that play there, and we're gonna go right into Tornadus. This set is sick. This is actually Defiant Tornadus. If he went for defog, I would be +2 attack. We decided to go Defiant because his only good hazard removal was defog, and then we hit him with the smoothest of Z moves, baby. Watch this, guys. Watch this tech. Oh, baby, with a Sub-Zero Slammer. This is Z-Icy Wind, just so you guys know, and it is guaranteed to kill Zapdos from this range. It actually is guaranteed. We count it to kill Zapdos after rocks. So Zapdos had no chance of living unless he was like maybe like a Max Spadef variant. That's the only way I could see him living. But he goes down to the Sub-Zero Slammer from Tornadus. Very cool play on our part. Now this is where it's going to get really fun. Tornadus is about to put in the finest work. Klefki comes in. I don't really know what he's going to do to me. He's probably... Okay, so he just sets up the spikes. Not a problem for me. I don't really care too much about the spikes. I don't have any focus sash users or anything. And we're going to go for the Heat Wave, baby. We have the coverage for everything. Hits the Heat Wave. Tornadus picks up its second kill on Klefki with the Heat Wave. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. I was afraid of T-Wave. T-Wave would have kind of sucked a little bit. Now, in comes the Suicune. Suicune is a problem. Suicune is a problem. But it's not. Not a problem. We have the coverage for this. I wasn't worried about Suicune. We had the coverage. We're just going to go for the cleanest of grass knots here. We almost ran Bloom Doom to Oko this thing, but we decided we didn't need to because we could 2-hit it and he couldn't 2-hit us. Unless he brought Ice Beam. But anyway, we go ahead and go for the grass knot. Now this next play is going to throw you guys off, and I'm going to try to not explain it until you guys are going to think I'm crazy for what I do here. You're going to think I'm absolutely insane. I go for the freaking Icy Wind. I go for an Icy Wind here. 2 reasons. One, I kind of predicted him to go into Alakazam. But, I mean, that's like, I didn't really predict that, I guess. I figured it was a possibility if he wanted to. But I didn't think he was going to sack it off. But as you can see, he's just going to sit here and sack it off. And then I make this clutch decision. I'm going to go for Icy Wind again. I do not want to kill this Suicune. I don't want to kill it. Because if I kill this Suicune, Alakazam comes back in, outspeeds my whole team, and can sweep me from that point. So I definitely don't want Suicune to die here. I want a clean switch into Galvantula, and that is basically what I'm going to allow happen. I'm going to let my Tornadus go down to Scald, which is fine. I completely wanted that to happen. Those Ice Beams, those Icy Winds were not a misclick. I wanted to die, and we go into Galvantula. Now this lets me get up a free set of webs. Now that his Defogger and Zapdos is gone, I get free sticky webs. And this is an important play, guys. This will let me outspeed his Alakazam when it comes back in later. So he's just going to go for the Toxic here. Not really going to do much to me. I don't really care if I'm Toxic to Spider. Spider basically served its role at this point. I don't need it anymore. But I am just going to go ahead and pick up the kill after this. As you see, the Toxic damage whittles away at me. It's not really going to do too much. Volt Switch is going to pick up the kill. I kind of wish I clicked Thunder here. But it works out, I guess. It doesn't really matter too much. I kind of wish I clicked Thunder. But it's okay. Suicune goes down to the Volt Switch from Galvantula. Galvantula picking up another kill this week. I think it's like 4. It has like 4 kills or something insane. Galvantula is doing really well. And we bring in Emboar. Emboar. Roadhog v Emboar. He has no switch-ins left for this. I still have Sucker Punch for the Alakazam. I also have Flare Blitz for the incoming Jirachi. I guaranteed outspeed this Jirachi unless he's Scarfed. If he was Scarf Rachi as well on top of Scarf Blaziken, he would have outsped me. But thankfully, he wasn't. I was pretty sure he wasn't going to bring 2 Scarfers, and there was really nothing he could do. I'm just going to go for the big daddy Flare Blitz, baby, and take out the Jirachi. Goodbye. Just dies in 1 hit. That's so nice to see when Jirachi doesn't get any Iron Head flinches on you. It's a good game. So, goodbye, Jirachi. Emboar takes a buttload of damage here. And Emboar is chilling at half health after killing that. So, in comes Alakazam. Alakazam obviously still outspeeds Emboar, even at -1. There was no way I could outspeed. So, there was a couple plays I could have done here. I really wanted to Sucker Punch him, but I was afraid of him just disabling me. So, I was like, you know what? He might try to disable my Sucker Punch. I'm just going to go for the Flare Blitz. He doesn't do any shenanigans. He just goes straight for the Psychic and kills Emboar. That's fine. I could have clicked Sucker Punch, but I figured he might click Disable. At that point, I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyway, Emboar goes down to a Psychic, and we're going to bring in Kyurem. Kyurem-Black is definitely going to outspeed. We are max speed Kyurem-Black. I brought max speed to outspeed his Kyurem, just in case he brought it. So we are going to go ahead and just click the cleanest of Ice Beams and wrap up this game. Alakazam goes down to Ice Beam from Kyurem-Black. -1. That's why late game webs was so important, guys. I needed to outspeed Alakazam. If I didn't get those webs up, I could have lost this game. So don't look at those Icy Winds as misclicks. They were very, very important. I thought of that like midway through the battle, and I'm like, oh my god, how do I, like, I'm so afraid of Alakazam. Like, I know if Alakazam comes back in, I can lose because I can't outspeed it. I'm like, how do I get in Galvantula for free so I can get up my webs? And I'm like, oh, all right, well, I basically need Suicune to kill my Tornadus, so I let Tornadus die. So I was basically just clicking the only move that would do like no damage to Suicune. I was just clicking Icy Wind, and thankfully it paid off. I got up my webs for free, and we were able to get finish out the battle. You know, Emboar picked up a Flare Blitz kill. Kyurem picked up that Ice Beam kill on the Alakazam. Overall, a great game. I love PapaSea. He brought some insane sets. He brought the Magic Coat on Klefki, which I thought could come just to like put webs on my side. He brought like a super invested Alakazam. It was like super invested in defense. It could have lived a banded Sucker Punch from Emboar. This man's insane. That would have been crazy. And he was also Scarf Blaziken, which also put in the finest to work. I definitely had to sack something off to it. I'm lucky Kyurem lived to hit. Very cool game. If he had Scarfed himself, oh, you know what? He wouldn't Scarf himself in the high jump kick anyway. I had Spiritomb. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Leave a like down below if you did. Comment down comment your favorite turn of the battle. I am a really big fan of the Icy Wind plays. I think that was my best play. I think that's like the I don't know. I think that's like my best moment on YouTube battling is going for those Icy Winds to ensure I could get my webs up. I'm really proud of that play. I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys are continuing to support your Rochester Rhydons as we move to 2-1. Maybe we're 2-1 in the NPA right now. Next week we face Cresoke and the Adelaide Umbreons, and that's going to be a heck of a match. I think she's going to be the first time we run into an Ultra Beast. She has Celesteela. That's going to be scary. I hope you guys are hyped. I'm going to get the hell out of here, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace!